చెప్పనా నాకు కూడా ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది
తీసుకొని ఇచ్చాను.
ఓకే సార్ చెప్పనా కింద రీజాయిన్ అని ఇక్కడ
So good evening. So the previous session we covered few topics about just simple. I'll walk through the slides. What is VLSI? Introduction to VLSI, and we understood. So with an case study example of Bluetooth, we were understanding the simple VLSI design flow and how it is related to the terminology of VLSI design flow related to behavioral, logical, circuit layout, and the functional, logical, and transistor schematic and physical devices. And design methodologies, top-down design methodologies and bottom-up design methodology. Hope my voice is clear. Still my voice is clear or not? Someone? Yeah, fine. So we were covering about design methodologies as per the slides. Top-down design methodology, bottom-up design methodology. Yeah, you have all these things in the internet and everywhere. But as a beginners, so we are the students or a group. Some might be having a higher level knowledge about VLSI design flow or VLSI subject. Someone will be having moderate level, someone doesn't know any subject about VLSI. So this is for the candidates who are coming from the scratch level of the VLSI subjects, moderate level and high level. Even directly, if I am showing you the cadence tool and I am drawing the circuit or writing some Verilog code and designing some shift register or a flip flop and showing you something, on the top level engineer also cannot understand what this simulation is. So try to sit quiet and listen to the flow. If it is a repeated session, try to understand. If I am missing some points, try to add up to the chat. I'll cover it. And if you are known to this, add these points to your knowledge. Okay. So we have design methodology, which we have covered in the previous session. That is top-down design methodology and bottom-up design methodology. So this is a simplified VLSI design flow, top-down and bottom-up approach, how we are going to do it in the physical projects. So here is a simple example of Y chart. So Y chart is basically used for programming part or the circuit design part. So how we will be understanding this? Simple. This Y chart we have in the textbook also. Structural domain, behavioral domain, and geometrical layout domain. So geometrical layout domain is related to the device modeling or the mask modeling or the wafer modeling or wafer design. Structural modeling and behavioral modeling is related to the circuit behavior, digital logic behavior. Okay. And structure domain is related to the architecture or the blocks inside the architecture in detail. So if we consider the structural domain we take a processor, and the processor will have the ALU registers, and the ALU registers will have the leaf level logic gates, and the logic gates will have the transistors. This is the structural level. If it is a behavioral level, the terminology itself tells us it is the behavior of a circuit or a block of design where its functionality will be explained in the form of algorithm. Algorithm is nothing but step-by-step procedure of the block level description. Next, for the algorithm, we will define a state machine, finite state machine, FSM. FSM is nothing but, in computer language, we'll call it as flowchart. And for the given or the described algorithm, we'll be writing as FSM in terms of VLSI. For the defined FSM, we will be creating the module descriptions like functions, or it can be a structure, coding, block level coding, instantiation in the terms of programming language, and we'll derive the leaf level equations. So we have a state machine example. I'll give you the algorithm. The algorithm is states that I have to climb from first floor to fourth floor. What if I have an interrupts in second, third, and fourth floor? So consider an example of an escalator. So describing the escalator behavior, I need to draw a finite state machine. So Tarun, take it as assignment and give it to our candidates to make this as an assignment, considering escalator as an example for behavioral domain. They need to write an algorithm for 4 floors, and they need to design a flowchart or state machine. What if the case the ground floor person clicks to 4th floor, and the inside the lift person will be clicking the first floor, second floor, third floor as the input interrupts. Okay. So describe the finite state machine. And for the finite state machine, describe the module description. Module description is nothing but a programming language, and extracting the Boolean equations and converting them to logic level gates and writing the transistor level design in the final. So whatever the flow you follow, you need to come up to a transistor level ultimate. And from the transistor level, if you want to build a chip IC physically, you need to go for masking. You need to do the transistors placement. You need to do the cells placement. If it is combination of transistors together to form an AND gate, OR gate, XOR gate, inverter, buffer, or anything, you need to make it as a cell placement. And combined together, you need to draw a geometrical layout diagram. That is like stick diagram. That's a stick diagram. We will be calling it as a layout. That layout will be masked on the wafer, and it will come up to a the end user has a chip level. Coming to the next slide, system specifications. So as we have described, so my screen is visible or not? Someone can confirm. Now is my screen visible? Video not visible, sir. Sorry, I was not noticed the messages. So now you are able to see my screen, the presentation, everything, right? Still no? There is something happening when I'm sharing the screen. So can you please help me, Blackbucks team? So I'm clicking on the share screen and clicking on the share application window. It is sharing for a while and it is jumping out. Hello. See, for a fraction of seconds, I am able to share the screen and it is jumping out. Host, please take the control and do the necessary steps for me. I'll try to leave the session and rejoin. So sorry, participants. Please bear with me for 2 minutes.
Students, am I audible?
All participants were telling
As mentioned in the first class, I don't want to see any stupid messages in the chat box, okay? So if you are still posting some useless and random messages in the chat box, then we'll share the same screenshots and send it to your college. Please be mindful and maintain decorum. Am I clear?
Still the screen is not working. Share screen. Blackbucks team, please adjust the settings clearly. The share screen is not working.
Sir, can you please wait for 5 minutes?
Yes, yes.